to the talk today. So today's topic is about giving my power away. So before we get into the talk, I would just like to briefly mention what was spoken about last time. So the last time's topic was my belief, my reality. So in that talk, Tara basically explained to us on what a belief is and how it is formed in our life. Now, for me personally, it took me a while to get the hang of what a belief is. But once I did, it was a complete game changer for me. Like it really changed my life like 180 degrees. My belief is that it's because of our individual beliefs that we believe or that we look at a situation through our own unique set of glasses. So it's always different people take different things from a particular experience of theirs. So this particular awareness has helped me not only understand why I feel a certain way in situations, but it's also helped me to not hold on to emotions for a long time, especially the not nice emotions that come up. And it's also helped me have more empathy, because now I understand that someone reacts differently to a same situation because they come from their own unique beliefs. So I mean, honestly, for me, it's just really, really been a great game changer. So let's start with the flow of the talk for today. So we will start with the breath work, then we will move on to the talk, and then we'll end with the question and answer section. Now, just a few pointers to keep in mind during the question and answer section. The first one is, please send your questions to me via chat, and then I will read them out loud so Tara can answer them. The questions will be answered in the order in which they've been submitted to me. The second one is, during this segment, if you don't want your name to be said out loud when I'm reading the question, please let me know when you send in your question, and I will not take your name out loud. The last one is that during the segment and during your question, if you suppose want to interact with Tara or clarify the question, or anything that you may want to do during that time, let me know, and then I will unmute your mic at that time. Just a humble request, guys, please keep your videos and mics on mute and your videos off during the talk. So without any further delay, I would please ask Sarah to begin the talk. Thank you.
Hi everyone, welcome. Um, we are having a wonderful time doing these talks. I am pretty sure you guys too are enjoying it. I've had quite a lot of feedback from people saying that they're enjoying this forum. It's really interactive as well with the question answers. However, they wanted me to speak for a little longer. So I've tried to kind of incorporate that feedback. Let's hope the talk goes on for a bit longer today. However, it's very important for us to have the question answers going also, because if somebody is not really wanting to ask and someone else is asking a question, then it kind of answers a lot of other people's and clears a lot of other people's doubts as well. So that's the reason we continue to have the question answer go on for a bit longer. So today's topic, giving my power away, and in fact, I was just telling Divya just before we started the talk that I had almost thought that I needed to say giving my power away to abandoning my own self. So that is what we are going to be focusing on today. I had a huge, big, massive download where I was guided to speak about the importance of the heart and how that is what we are using to create everything on the outside for us. So before we start with the talk, let's just start off with a little bit of the breath work that helps us balance and center ourselves. So let's close our eyes. Those of you who are comfortable doing that, it just takes in the focus within you. So breathing in and breathe out. Breathing in and release. Breathing in through your nose and letting go, letting go, letting go of any thoughts, any worries, any anxieties that may be holding space. Breathe in and breathe out. This breath, let's just take in the elixir of life, letting it go to every cell, every fiber of your being. Breathe in and release. Breathing in through the nose. And a beautiful beam of golden white light, which is nothing but the cosmic energy, enters you from your crown, moving down the side of your head, moving down the back of your head, moving down your forehead. Relax. Continue breathing. It just clears the space and brings you back into the now moment. Releasing. Breathing in. With this in-breath, this beautiful cosmic energy goes in deeper and deeper into your being and moves down the side of your head, moving down your shoulders, down the back of your neck, down your arms, covering your wrists and the palms, straight down to your fingertips. Pure healing golden white light. Soak in it completely as it moves down to your face, giving your face a beautiful vibrant glow, moving down from the back of your head to the back of your neck, trickling down into your spine, straightening your spine, letting you know that yes, you deserve. You deserve to live the life of your highest excitement. It now spreads all over the back. Feel the warmth as it now moves from the face to your throat, releasing and removing any blocked energy in that area. Moving down straight into your heart space, seeing your heart brightly lit up. I see mine as a crystal, emanating beautiful beams of golden white light. It now moves down to your solar plexus, taking you deeper and deeper into a calm state. The upper body fully covered in this beautiful cosmic light. It now moves down to your pelvis. Relax, moving down your thighs, down your knees, your calves, your ankles, the arches of your feet, straight down to your toes. Fully covered in this beautiful golden white light. Feel it in your being and connect with it in the heart space for a brief moment. This is the seat of the spirit. It now expands and just covers your entire auric field. Beautiful. Just stay with it in the heart space for a few brief moments, and let's continue with some deep breaths, breathing in and breathe out. Breathe in, feeling your entire being lit up. I honor every single being who's present here today. May you be open to receiving as you allow. Breathe in and breathe out. Breathing in, breathing out. Just a couple more times. Breathe in, letting go, letting go, letting go. Feeling more centered and calm now. I'm going to go ahead and set the intent for today's talk. May our hearts be fully opened up so as to receive and be able to live the life of my highest excitement on the outside. Bring your attention to the present moment. And when you're ready, you can open your eyes. Thank you. Thank you. I felt a huge amount of energy present here today. My heart was just kind of gushing with a lot of light. These talks are being done with the intent to just spread the word around. And what is that word? That we need to stop judging ourselves and blaming ourselves now as a collective. We've done that enough. And we are just roaming around the planet with a wounded heart. And for us to be able to create that magic on the outside, a wounded heart is not going to be able to help with that at all. So let's begin with the topic for today. I was about to say my belief, my reality. Well, yes, because your beliefs are the one that are creating your reality. Those are your unique lenses, right? That you're witnessing life from. So, giving my power away. And let us look at what exactly is it that we have given our power away. Before that, I would like to just explain here what I mean by power. So we're not using the word power here as an element of the ego. What power means is your life force. That force, that zest, that vitality that creates for you. That is actually, that does everything for you. And when we find ourselves at the receiving end of life, of course, our life force is totally sapped. And we end up feeling powerless and hopeless and completely down and out. So, with that space, imagine we continue to interact with light and life. Even with your own higher selves, the light, you're not going to be able to continue because they can't connect with you, because you're feeling hopeless and powerless, and they want to say to you, which is your higher self, that you are the power. You're the only thing that can change anything in your life. Nothing else can. So, after having understood what the connotation of power here, um, I would like to start off with my own experience here. Last time we had someone who, Ori, who shared his experience. So this time round, I would like to speak about me. So the whole work that I do, which is called Empowering the Self, actually it originated from a visitation that I had. Uh, it was in 2012, I think. And that was what was a complete game changer for me. So I had this, so it was in a dream, but the reason I say visitation, because it was so lucid. I mean, I felt it was like really real. So I had this old man. He was just very ancient. Like I felt he was about a good 3,000, 4,000 years old. And the reason I'm saying 3,000, 4,000 is because that much of wisdom and knowledge that being was carrying. And that was what I was connecting with. So he just looks at me and all he says to me is, know your power, claim it. And that was it. That was it. That actually, when I look back, I feel that was an activation for me, which obviously brought about this work into being. But then at that point of time, it brought me to my, my subconscious and my unconscious was brought up to my conscious awareness. And I realized that no wonder everything in my life was on a breakdown mode. And I started to see what all was on a breakdown mode. So all relationships, personal, professional, relationship with money, success, anything you name it, with my own self as well, was completely on a breakdown. And the reason, of course, I realized later. However, I came to understand this as I moved along, integrating my new set of beliefs that all the shame, all the guilt, all the humiliation, all the pain and sadness and resentment, and whatever else that we feel in life because of the experiences that we are having, is actually taking us away from our own self. And we move to a place where we find ourselves judging our own, um, how do I call it, our own natural essence, our own signature frequency. And I'll explain what I mean by the signature frequency as we move along. So we start to feel unworthy. We start to feel not, in fact, we start to dislike our own authenticity. And we start looking outward and we start to compare ourselves with the other. And this is step one of abandoning yourself. This self-abandonment, in fact, any and all kind of self-abandonment is actually at the root of all of this is a broken heart. There is almost a tear, a fracture that takes place in your own being when you've abandoned yourself. Because that very space, the heart space, which is your powerhouse, which is from where you create the magic on the outside, is now completely wounded, yeah, and is actually the space which is your undoing. You continue to move around through life experiences, feeling not good enough, feeling not important enough. And this rift that happens, happens at a very early age. So, but before I move on to that, I would like to speak a little bit about the heart space, because the heart is your powerhouse. It is it sends a very powerful electromagnetic signal. So it's a machine, almost a generator. Yeah. And these pulses, the electromagnetic pulses, are interacting with the electromagnetic field on the outside. And this interaction is what is pulling your experience to you by way of the quantum law. We know that, right? What I feel, think, believe is what I end up attracting. So, from this broken heart space, no wonder you are ending up attracting all of that you're attracting. So, let us look at how and where it gets broken. So, as a beautiful being of light, yeah, you straight off from the divinity or whatever you like to call, yeah, the blanket of the all, and you are this magical spark. You know exactly who you are. You believe in yourself. Your true authentic power is the only thing that you know. And you come down here with all that magic in your heart space and looking forward to creating magic here. However, the moment we come down from a cognitive conscious space, we are very easily able to pick up the fact that it's a conditional planet that we are here in. Anything that I need to receive from the other can only be received if I am kind of adhering. Now, here we are talking about your primary caregivers, yeah? So, as a small child, the child feels that it's all very conditional, and if it needs to receive the love, the care, the nurturing, the feeling of being taken care of, and all of that, and feeling safe, it needs to be able to adhere to what mom and dad is telling them, and it needs to be able to obey them, because we've gone through this many a time where we've been punished also. Yeah. So that becomes even more stronger in us, that if we do not obey, then we are going to be punished. And this is all happening at a very deep subconscious level. So what then happens is that as we are growing up and we are having experiences, and of course we ourselves have abandoned ourselves, we do not trust our own signature frequency. So each one of us carries their own unique signature frequency, and that is the space where you can create magic from. That is the place where you will be able to be successful. And that signature frequency is the exact thing that you reject, that you continue to not listen to, because why? I need to fit in, I need to belong. The social beliefs and the dogmas and everything that we have been handed down through eons by our ancestors, yeah, well meaning. This is all, our parents are really well meaning, and they have our best at heart, yeah, but they themselves don't know any better. So all of that that's been handed down to us is actually now very obsolete, and we're still continuing to go on with it. We're still continuing to live our life according to that. So let's say my parent wants me to be an engineer or a doctor, and we've known of these scenarios, yeah, and I want to be a cricketer or maybe an artist. I would be told no. Everybody's luck is not like a cricketer's name, Sachin Tendulkar. I don't watch any games, guys. So that was the guy that came to me anyway. So everybody cannot be as lucky as that, or an Amitabh Bachchan, or a whatever, you know, and you'll have to work really hard. So that already is there in us, and then we end up believing it to be true. And then we go down the path of, okay, fine, I'll give my administrative exams and get into foreign services or whatever. However, what is happening? I start my life feeling enthusiastic about life. However, every single day it's a drudgery. Because why? I reject myself every single day. I want to go out there in the field and play cricket, or I want to, have these room full of beautiful canvases where I want to just paint. That's my highest excitement. That's where my my signature frequency is. And mind you, your unique signature frequency will pull all those experiences to you. That will then take you towards success. And life does not seem to be so dull any longer because you're following your passion. And I have so many people here right now today who are those who are following their passion. And I would like to tell them, please continue following your passion. You know who I'm talking to. So, is it possible to do that and to be able to thrive? Of course, it is. Because when you follow your passion, everything else follows you. Your success will follow you. Of course, you'll have to go within, you'll have to check your beliefs, you'll have to see what is it that you're believing. Yeah. So it is your wounded heart that feels, I cannot do it. My friend does it better, or my brother does it better, or my sister does it better than me. That narrative that continues to go on inside you, that old self-defeating habit pattern, that is what you will need to check and completely um, convince, because your narrative is actually an inner wounded aspect of you, right? So you'll have to go there, have a dialogue, and convince. And what then happens is, once you're following your heart, you come into your own true power, life force. And of course, no matter how much of work you have and no matter what you're doing, you will never be tired. Like for me, I am busy from morning till night, and people ask me, do you not get drained because your sessions are finishing off at this time or that time and all of that? No, not at all. I'm so much there into what's happening and enjoying it and participating with it and interacting with it. I would have definitely felt tired if I would have continued working in the bank or in the hotel. I would have definitely not liked it because my complete life force would have been sucked out of me. And then we roam around. When you're coming to the end of your life, around your end of your career life, you're kind of feeling so much of regret. And there is pain in the heart that I did not follow my passion. I did not follow what I really wanted to do. So when you've looked at your beliefs, integrated them, downloaded a new set of beliefs, what you're then able to do is you're able to, we were talking about sympathy and empathy, yeah? You're able to be there for the other, have empathy for the other without your boundaries being compromised, without you feeling the need to get into that other's carpet area. I call it a carpet area because others' life is like literally a carpet area for them, So we make it our business to get in there and ensure that they need to be healed. And if they're not healing, then it is also about us. Why are they not getting healed? What is it that I am not doing? There's so much of judgment that keeps going. If a musician is there, then I tell people, and there's somebody who's a beautiful musician. She herself does not know that she is one. I mean, she does. However, she continues to judge herself, and she's got a beautiful, amazing voice. But there's a continuous judgment that goes on, And of course, there's been a huge amount of turnaround there in the person's life, and the person is really coming out fully into her power now, where she's seeing herself as that. But what is it that we need to look at? Forget that there is anyone there. Perform for yourself. Get into that space of just feeling the magic. Just feel the magic and just be. I mean, for me, okay, I have to share something with you here. I need glasses, yeah. And Divya has been like, why don't you, use lenses for it? So the reason is, I just want to deliver whatever it is that I'm delivering without really seeing who is there and who's not there. I'm in my highest excitement, my highest passion in the moment, speaking what my heart is asking me to speak. So, abandoning your own self is the biggest pain that you can give to yourself, because you are literally roaming around with a dagger in your heart and so much of resentment. So, isn't this the place that we have given our power to? And isn't this the place that we need to take our power back from? So, the empowering yourself actually is finally starts to happen as you acknowledge your own self. Your uniqueness is your magic. You are the only person who can go and turn your life around. It can never happen on the outside. So, what happens is we keep looking on the outside because we're feeling empty inside because of all that hurt and all that judgment and all that not trusting your own uniqueness and everything else, yeah, that goes on. So when you're feeling empty inside, you obviously will look on the outside to have that emptiness being filled somehow. In any case, as a collective, right from the childhood, we we have been taught that outside is what is going to give you, because remember, we saw the outside as a conditional, we saw the planet as a conditional planet, and we understood that, I need to get something from the outside, yeah. And for that, there's an interaction that needs to take place. There's an exchange, an exchange that needs to take place. So I've gotten so used to looking for that love on the outside, looking for even money. Yeah, I would say money as well. Because can money be generated on the inside? Totally, because it's a byproduct of your passion. If you're just following the herd that this is how I'm supposed to do things, then money is going to be evading you. Sorry, because you have rejected your true signature frequency. Of course, it's not just that. There are beliefs that you need to look at, and there are other things that need to be addressed as well. So there's a lot of shadow work that needs to be done, yeah, which is when, after doing that, you step into your own self, your own authenticity. You say, sorry, I'm going to be using the word balls to the world, and you say, I'm going to do me now. Because I've finally been able to recognize who I fucking am. I mean, we don't know who we are. And you know what? So humanity's been given with this beautiful gift of the heart, and the heart is all that human beings look at the heart as is a pumping machine. Or a lot of us look at it as a liability. Oh my God, if I have to go into that heart space, I'm going to be feeling down and out, I might as well not look at my emotions. And I just want to ignore that. I want to distract myself. The heart is your power. It is your magic wand. We need to be, I'm getting this message so strongly today, I can't even tell you. Use that magic wand finally. Why? Electromagnetic signal generator. The pulses are going to be interacting with the outside, and you will be able to experience magic. I can guarantee that to you because it's a success model that is, I have followed that, and I have seen it to be true. And there's so many other people who are actually in that space where they are living the life of their highest excitement now on the outside. So our elders, our ancestry, they knew it. They knew the power of the human heart. We lost it somewhere on the way. We just lost touch with our own selves. And it's so sad. We continue to look for love on the outside. We continue to look for a pat on the back on the outside. We do not even um, give ourselves or hold ourselves in that kind of a high esteem that our own saying to ourselves that, yeah, you did well means anything. We need it from the outside. You must have seen that. You know, you don't consider it to be anything when you say to yourself that, yeah, you did well. Wow, that was beautiful. You'll still be seeking the the acknowledgement from the outside, the validations. How was it? Did I do well? Did this presentation go off well? Will it be received nicely? Check inside. That's where a lot of unsurety also comes from, by the way. We continue to feel the need to um, ask always, should I do this or should I not? Is this a go or a no go? Once you step into your power fully, that unsurety will vanish. You will not be needing to ask this question at all, because you will just know that the other is coming from their point of view, right? It's their perspective, their unique lens. And they're never going to be able to give you the advice from your unique lens space. And you drop your unique lens or whatever space and you follow them. And then 10 kilometers down the line, you're not satisfied. Of course, you're not going to be, because you were not doing you. You were not following your own heart. You're following somebody else's heart. And they are not following their heart also. That's the irony. So, yeah, as we start to understand the magic of the heart space, of this powerful electromagnetic generator, and start to feel that magic, start to honor the space of your unique signature that you are, just listen in. Just listen in for a moment and see it is trying to tell you something. It will say, don't push yourself away, acknowledge yourself. You're a beautiful being of light. Yes, you can do it. You can create the magic. And only you can do it. No one else can for you. There is no knight in shining armor, guys, who's going to come and believe me, I was looking for the knight in shining armor. I had to be my own knight in shining armor. And then the outside reflects that to you. So I can go on about this. This is my favorite topic, honoring the heart space. But maybe we'll probably, take some question answers and then say, I'll get to also understand what are your views on it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you. Before we get into the question answers, I would like to say something about the breathing. So when we, when we did the breathing, it was this weird feeling that I got, like below my shoulder, like my shoulder bone. It was like a jerk, almost like, I mean, yeah, like just like a jerk that took place, like when I was doing the breath work, and
Wow.
I mean,
Okay.
yeah, like I mean, it's not like, it's like a shock that came, but it's not like something which hurt, but it was there for like a second or two. And it's not like, a catch or something.
It was a hook that got unhooked. So there's something that you were hooked to, which got unhooked, and now be prepared because it'll start to leave you now.
It's good.
Yeah, yeah, of course. See, all these activations start to and need to happen with us, because only then we will finally be free of all the outside expectations of us, and start to be, do, whatever it is that we want to do and be.
Thank
Nice,
you.
beautiful.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So the first question is from Zara. Her question is, how does one stop negative self-talk that leads to blocking manifestations?
Hi, Sarah. Negative self-talk, which is a pattern of the narrative that's going on, which is coming from not this you. Remember that it is coming from the so there is a split that has happened inside you. There is one of you, Zara, who's here, who is has kind of, is being able to watch the other you. So as you are watching the other, so remember you to always be in the observing awareness mode. So as you are in the awareness observing mode, being a mentor for that other inner child who is probably having the narrative going on, this mentor will be able to finally convince the child that no, there's nothing wrong with her. That no, she's got this beautiful magic, and dance with it. Dance with it. And when you get her on board with you, yeah, because by being her mentor, so every experience will need to be um, watched under the microscope, by the way. You'll have to monitor yourself through every experience that you're having. May not be in the moment, in the moment you're probably still feeling that way. The first given opportunity, get out of it and say, no, sweetheart, there was nothing wrong with you there. The only thing was that you were judging yourself. And let us stop judging ourselves now. Enough of it. Or the only thing is that you were feeling guilty about something that you couldn't have helped. Life happens to us. We have chosen all of that. Yeah. So the guilt also is kind of coming from a place of, I could have done something else. Nothing else could have been done. You had to do that particular thing. So the judgment, once this you is going to be coming to be the mentor of this you, yeah, that's when the narrative will start to change from negative to positive. You have to get her on board with you.
Thank you. Okay, so Rohit sent a couple of questions, so I'm going to read them out one by one. So the first one is, why would we abandon ourselves? That makes no sense to me.
Mm-hmm. So can we go question by question?
Yeah,
So it's
question
better,
mark.
yeah?
Question
Yeah.
mark.
So self-abandonment, like I said, happens when the child is born initially itself. And like I said, the child is in this beautiful, magical, high vibe space, seeing itself as the creator, literally, yeah. However, as time is going on, and let's say um so what I said was the cognitive conscious side of you knows intrinsically as well, yeah, that you are on a planet where there is everything is conditional, yeah. So it knows that for it to be taken care of, the primary caregivers need to be pleased. So a very small baby, you would have seen, if mom is kind of becoming a bit angry with him or her, he'll quickly go and give her a hug. That's your way of saying, I'm going to give you a hug, please don't get angry with me. Or if you want a kiss, yeah, then so let's say this is used to happen with my sister and my son. So he used to, because she used to be pestering him for a kiss, he was a small baby. He used to say when he would want something, and this was when he was about 3 years old or something. Do you want a kiss from me? Then can you give me that? We are very smart, huh? We are very smart. We pick up like this. We know this is conditional. we know that if we do not listen or go along with the advices of our parents, yeah, then we are not going to be having them on our side. And as we are growing up, yeah, we are not going to be having the world on our side. We are not going to be fitting in. We need to be, let's say, so the family pressure comes that I need to be, why don't you be a doctor? Why don't you be an engineer? And we've had movies also like that. I love the movie Three Idiots. So the guy is like, no, I don't want to be that, but I have to be that so as to fit in into the world, into the society. That's the space where you've abandoned yourself, haven't you? Because you are not following your heart. So the abandonment comes there. At every stage, there is a rejection of you to you. I need to. So, for instance, with me, yeah, there was a time where I had an opportunity to go out there into the corporate, and this opportunity was given to me um, by someone who is actually was the head of that corporate, yeah, and they wanted me to come and do some talks and some kind of meditation and all of that, and I knew that's not my forte. My forte is more one-on-one, yeah. I knew that I cannot be giving regular talks out there, where to a group of people doing kind of, your um, training sessions and stuff and all. Yeah, I knew that I would not really want to go down that path. I ignored that. I said thank you very much to the person, and I just didn't even send in my nothing. I didn't even do that. Because if I would have done that, by the way, and it was a big opportunity, it would have ensured that I would have had uh, about 5 to 6, you know, um, companies, because that is what was there in the umbrella. And then that would have meant so many people coming my way. Yeah, that's not me. I cannot do it. I just can't. If I would have gone along there, I would have been abandoning myself there and then. I would have been feeling heavy and drained. I would have been not feeling happy, and I wouldn't be able to thrive then. So, abandonment means leaving something. You have left yourself in the corner, crying there. I don't want to do this. I don't want to do this. Please don't let me do it. But you feel, no, you have to do it because of XYZ reasons, parents, society, the world. I need to look good in front of the world. I need to make a name by doing something which is respected in the society. I don't want to be looked at as someone uh, who is not having a proper kind of a professional career or whatever. That is all those places you are abandoning yourself. And there's so many youths who are there and crying, literally, saying, please don't do this. Please don't do this. My heart does not say that I need to go there. But then, your the other side, the practical side says, no, how are we going to make money? How are we going to get successful? We won't fit in into the society. The world is not going to respect me. My parents, I need to make them proud. Yeah, so many reasons why we would abandon ourselves to be fitting in, to be accepted. Hmm.
Okay. The second question is, passion is, well, statement more like, it says passion is not paying the bills.
No, my friend, believe me, I can tell you that when you follow your signature frequency, like I said, money is a byproduct. It has to come. There is no, it will come. It has to come by way of quantum. When you're not holding feelings of I do not deserve, by the way, When you're holding feelings of I do not deserve as well, and following your passion too, yeah, that I do not deserve is going to bring you that same experience on the outside. So all the beliefs need to go completely. Any self-defeating old narratives that are playing inside need to completely be ousted. Because remember, you're in a hall of mirrors. So not only me, there's so many others who are following their passion and they are thriving. So passion, let's look at this in another way. Passion has nothing to do with money, yeah, or even success. Yeah, passion has to do with your heart space, what you are feeling like doing in that moment. What is your highest thrill in that moment? And that when you're following that highest thrill in that moment, it could be just sitting and Netflixing, you know, that will create that space in your heart that is expansive and open, which will give you, let's say, new ideas. Yeah, I'm just telling you how this probably maybe in your world, you know, how it can fit in. It'll probably from that happier, joyful space, it'll give you new ideas. Yeah. Or let's say if your passion in the moment is just to go within, close your eyes and just be. That's it. Yeah. And you have to go out and you ignore that to go for a meeting, you ignore that and you just be. It's going to give you a beautiful gift of, no, my friend, don't do that. Move in this direction. So your passion will open up the ways for you. Yeah, your highest excitement is your signature frequency that is then going to lead you to that next, that is going to be taking you to your success and money. So money, if paying the bills is the concern, then beliefs around lack, um, um, safety, and not good enough need to be looked at. So that's got nothing to do with passion also, totally. But that's coming from a lack space. I'm not good enough. There's a judgment that's been placed on the self. And there's a feeling of, no, everybody else can do it, but I can't. Everybody else will get it, but I won't. That narrative needs to be changed. Beliefs, removing your beliefs and integrating new set of beliefs is a game changer. Always, 100% of the times it works. 100%. I've had so many cases here who've gone through very difficult scenarios and have been able to come out completely, totally by way of just the beliefs. Because quantum, yeah, quantum bylaw says that. It's a law of attraction. You can't, the same way you cannot reject the law of gravity, you cannot reject the quantum bylaw.
Sorry, that statement resonates with me a lot. So thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, so this third question is, why a lot of work has to be done when we are being told again we are the source?
Okay. So the source that we are has gone through a huge amount of wounding as we were growing up and as we were continuing to abandon ourselves and not trust ourselves, and then feeling all those feelings of not good enough and not worthy enough. So what's happened is all those feelings and emotions have formed a program. Yeah. And the program, of course, has a lot of beliefs, yeah, there underneath it. So this program is what is running you. So the source is a place of neutrality, yeah, where all of these emotions and beliefs and everything and whatever that you are feeling is holding you back has been looked at, has been let go of, the ones that didn't serve you, and the new ones have been integrated. That will bring you to a space of neutrality where the emotions won't be able to push your buttons any longer. It's going to be water off duck's back. Yeah. Somebody says something to you, you're like, Yeah, really? Okay, fine. Why you're saying that to the person? So someone is having an opinion about you, yeah? And how is it that you're able to give that answer to that person? Really? Okay, fine. Is because you understand that that is that person's opinion, which is very unique to them, and they are allowed to have an opinion, but it does not become a judgment till the time you don't give it permission. Yeah, so it only becomes a judgment, which is when it's going to infuriate you, or invoke a response from you, or the ego will come up where the ego will need to defend itself. So you're not source, you're a disempowered source to begin with. When you come down here, yes, you are pure creation magic. However, when life happens, that pure creation magic is kind of hidden because there's so much of fear that I feel. I feel the need to be safe. So I won't allow even that magic to come to me, because I feel that this is going to be causing me a huge amount of pain if I allow it. Because let's say of a past experience. So what will have to be done is that you'll have to go into the past. You'll have to be for you to experience yourself as the source, you will have to be first looking at the disempowered source that you feel that you are, yeah, because the planet is a placebo belief reality planet, yeah. So you feel that you are a disempowered source. So, but if you feel, then that becomes your reality. So you'll have to look at that, and you'll have to take your controls and power back from that.
Thanks. Okay, so the next question is by someone else. Um, there are people around at times who claim to be well-wishers, bring in a lot of negativity. Even after making attempts to keep them away in our lives, they seem to find a way back into our life. How do I keep this negativity away?
Okay. So any kind of negativity or whatever it is that you're experiencing on the outside is actually holding a charge on the inside. Yeah, you are the one who's holding a particular charge that is attracting that experience to you. So in that moment, probably, you might be like, I did not say anything or do anything for that negativity to come my way. Maybe not. But maybe with that negativity coming your way, you probably need to, let's say, learn the lesson of disconnecting or disassociating from that person or those set of people without feeling guilt. So there are some things that the outside is trying to show us, and the outside is wanting us to move from a disempowered place to an empowered place. So the negativity is actually coming your way. It's a it's a it's a knock on the door. It's a messenger. So in that moment, what you can do is, I've told this trick always works. A trick, yeah, okay, people have wanted to call it that. Giving gratitude. So saying thank you to that person, even though in the moment I can't see what you're trying to show me, but thank you so much, because I definitely, by way of the law of quantum, yeah, I know that you're trying to show me something about myself. So thank you so much. Even saying thank you in that moment, what it's going to do is it's going to make you not feel so emotionally charged, because you want to then lash out at times, yeah, at the other, or you get angry or irritated or whatever. Gratitude is the energy to bring you to a space of neutrality. From there, you can either move to the negative or the positive. Any or either or spaces are accessible. But gratitude will kind of put you in a space of ease, and you will be able to see it as a gift coming your way. So you won't hold the messenger. You're not going to be shooting the messenger then. All you're saying is that, okay, I see and I hear you. In any case, any and all kind of negativity, when people are bringing about, where is it coming from? A wounded space. So when you see them as wounded, once you're able to come to that space of seeing everyone, including yourself, as wounded to begin with, You will stop judging them, and you will, once you stop judging them, then even the word negativity does not come. All you say is, oh, the person is wounded. However, self-care, I need to put space between me and them. So yeah, gratitude is a very good way to kind of neutralize that.
I totally worked for the gratitude part. Okay, so this is not a question, but this is from Orla. Love today's session. Very powerful. Thank you so much for sharing. And like heart, 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 heart.
Thank you, my friend. Thank you.
Okay, so the next question is, you are going through life, doing well at your work and everything else, and have the normal highs and lows, and in general, a good state. But every now and then, you get a feeling you are meant to do something else, but you don't know what it is. So it is very easy to get consumed in this normal life because everything is fine. So what should I do? Should I listen to this feeling? Is this my heart giving me a message?
So the desire that comes into the heart space for anything, yeah, that desire is your messenger again. So the challenge here is how not to be dissatisfied with what is going on, which is fine, yeah, and continue to fuel that desire space, yeah. So you know fully well that whatever is going on is the place which is going to take you to the next, which is your desire space, yeah. So being here and now in the present moment and thanking that now space, yeah, is going to open up the desire space for you even more. So what I'm saying is stay with the desire as well. Thank it for coming every time. Remember gratitude. The moment you thank something, it has a beautiful gift to offer. So when you thank it for bringing that, even that, message that, yeah, there is something that I need to do. I know I can do more. Yeah. So without getting into a dissatisfaction place, that's the key here. Because the moment you get into a dissatisfaction place, by way of tuning into your desire, you've dropped your vibrations. So thanking the desire will not allow you to get into a dissatisfaction space. And also thanking your now moment. The other thing is knowing fully well that there is no way, if the desire has arisen inside you, that you will not reach that place that you have a desire of. Of course, it can be experienced in different ways. So let's say I have a desire of, we were talking about money here. So let's say I have a desire that all my bills are fully paid off, and and I'm able to have some amount of cushion in my account and stuff and all of that, so that I don't have to worry. So it can come. So if let's say you are in the thanking space, in the gratitude space, what can happen is that you can attract scenarios and situations where you will just have scenarios where, let's say, your bills will be paid off by someone else, or for instance in US, yeah, the government was paying off bills for people. I've had a scenario with someone who did not know how to pay the rent for 3 months, and suddenly she said that she had the government come in and say, we are going to be taking care of, we are giving you this much of money, yeah. And so her needs were taken care of for the next 3 months. So obviously, if it is to do with money, then it can be taken care of in some other way. So remember, money is only one part of being abundant. There are many, many things that can bring you ease and flow. So the abundance area is holding money as one element. It can come through any other area also. If money has still not been looked at and understood, and integrated in you as a byproduct. So, I mean, what happened to me was, where money was concerned, I realized that we as humans hold money very tightly, and we're not able to see it as a byproduct. And we know by law of attraction, when you focus on something, that thing becomes even more stubborn and rigid to move. So gratitude to anything is going to make it easy to kind of, and make it malleable. Yeah, I mean, I think, did I answer the question, Divya?
Yes.
Desire and how for it not to be disappointed. Yeah, yeah, I did. Yeah. So holding both the spaces and then thanking both the places will take you naturally to the next moment, which is your highest excitement. Remember, guys, the the vibration in the now moment is your currency. Remember that. Try and keep it up. There's someone here today. In fact, he was, but he's not here right now. Um, he did that, by the way, and life started to move for him. So, for I think for about 3 or 4 months, he kept himself in the now moment where he would just let himself enjoy life, be it by way of watching, whatever he wanted to watch on the television, or by doing the things that he wanted to do, having the kind of food that he wanted to have, and all of that and everything. So his vibrations went up really high when he was acknowledging and loving himself. Yeah. So when you abandon yourself, you are not giving love to yourself. That's what self abandonment is. I don't acknowledge myself, I don't love myself. When you acknowledge and love yourself, that's when things will start to shift. And the thing on the 3D plane is that you have to hold that vibration for some time. So don't lose heart, don't lose patience. Hold it, hold it, hold it, and it'll finally show. I've been in the same space and I've moved out of there. I've been in the space where there were issues with everything, in fact, like I shared.
Okay, the next question is by Akashdeep. He would like to ask the question himself, so I'm just going to ask him to unmute his mic. Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Could you, Akashdeep, could you please unmute your mic? Yeah. Um, I can't hear him.
Yeah. Okay, I think it's unmuted it now.
Yeah, it's unmuted. I think there's something,
With the
um,
connection, probably.
or maybe the earphones that have gone, maybe they're not plugged in properly.
So we'll move to the
Come back.
next question and come back to his question.
Okay.
Let him, yeah, okay.
Okay. Okay. The next question is, how does one keep bringing about stability in terms of unlocking abundance? There's a lot of push and pull despite following my highest passion and signature frequency.
Hmm. Can you read the question again? How does one?
How does one keep, okay, so it says, how does one keep bring about stability in terms of unlocking abundance?
Mhm.
There's a lot of push and pull despite following my highest passion and signature frequency.
Okay. So if there is a push and pull happening, that means still somewhere the unlocking hasn't fully taken place. There is still some judgment that is taking place, which is what is. So, for the way I understand abundance, till the time you are judging yourself, you cannot have a free flow of abundance. So, if there is a push and pull, check the narrative that's going on. How do you check the narrative? Just go into your heart space and see what the heart feels about that particular thing. It can be anything: abundance in love, abundance of health, wellness, success, money, whatever. What is the message that you get? If there's a constriction there that you feel, if there is a narrative that seems to be no, not possible, cannot be, you need to look at that. That is the space where you need to go. And how do you look at it? Inner child. So unlocking has happened. I'm pretty sure if you're saying that, it seems the person who's asking the question probably understands it to quite a degree. So I'm pretty sure the person has done quite a lot of work. However, at a deeper level, there is probably a narrative that is still going on, which is your inner hurt, wounded aspect of you. The moment you tell that wounded aspect of you, I see you, there's nothing more that you can do. It's fine, leave it. Don't worry. We are fine. You know, I mean, in the moment of things are happening. So I was going through scenarios where I had lost my job for a good 3 years when I was in the corporate world, and I didn't have any money at all, and I did not know how I would um, be able to pay my bills. Yeah. And I was still forced to continue to say this. And as I continued to say this to myself all throughout, whilst connecting with the guides and asking for help and all of that, I was being supported in some way or the other. So either I would get a small part time something, where I would be able to manage for a month or 2 months or something, or I would, just get help from someone or whatever. And as I was moving on, I continued to watch very carefully what was the narrative that was going on. Is there a self defeating narrative inside? I needed to, any time I found it to be so, I needed to turn it around. I needed to, no, this is not a fact. No, I am not unworthy. Just because an experience has happened in the past and that past is so way down, I was a small kid, so I just believed it to be true. Is it really true that I'm unworthy? No. I'm this beautiful being that can do, create, and work wonders in my own life. It's because I am not allowing myself to do so. It's because I am judging myself. It's because I am trying to fit in a given model. Create your own model. There's no need for fitting in. Just create your own model.
Thank you. Can we try Akashdeep now? He went off and came back on.
Yeah,
Uh,
sure.
okay, Akashdeep, can you unmute your mic, please?
Hello,
Hi, we
hello.
can hear you. Yes.
Uh, my question is that when situation makes it very difficult even to experience abundance, to take your frequency up by trying to do what you want, things even are not even this much in your hand because of circumstances, whatever it is, then how uh, when the freedom are restricted by circumstances to that extent, then what a person can do in that situation to get out of the hole.
Yeah. Okay. So in that moment when things have overpowered you, yeah, because I myself have faced those scenarios where I was on the receiving end and everything seemed to be bigger than me, and I did not know what to do and which direction to move to. So um, I used to be sitting down and crying my heart out and feeling all of the feelings that needed to be felt, which is alone, and all of the other feelings, and at the receiving end, and all of that. However, even in that space, I had just one backdrop that continued to go on, which was what? I have created my reality. This is what I have chosen in my bag. I have taken it. So the moment you say that and you take responsibility, see how the whole game changes. It's like almost like a turn around in that moment. You feel, you stop blaming situations, you stop feeling at the receiving end of life, you stop feeling hopeless, or you say, okay, fine, this is my, and I have to deal with it. So right now, let me sit with it and cry. So for that moment, yes, you will be feeling all of that. So please feel it. That is your, what is the word I'm looking for? That is your strength. That feeling space is your strength, actually. So don't stop yourself from feeling. Don't close up. Yeah. Feel it.
Okay.
However, when you're feeling it, at that point of time, you're feeling it from a space of being a creator versus being a victim. Yeah. Because when you're feeling down and out and overpowered and stuff, and the reason you're feeling um, the pain and maybe anger towards whoever is making you feel that way, and resentment and irritation and all, is because you feel that they are doing this to you. So
Yeah.
what helped me was I needed to continue to remind myself. And mind you, it's not easy to remind yourself also. In
Yeah.
that moment, you can get lost, you know. I know that totally. So I had to
Hmm.
continue to remind myself again and again. Why am I complaining? It's me only who has put this in my bag. So I need to look at the reason why I have put it instead of getting stuck onto, this is there and I'm at the receiving end and all of that. So I need to move from there. I need to go to the next step, because if I stay there, I cannot go to the next step where I want to see, and that is what needs to be done. Then why? What is it that what is the reason that I put this in my bag? It definitely at the core of any challenge that's coming your way is the reason is take your power back. That is the reason. That
Take your power.
yes, you've given your power to that situation, to that scenario. Like we say, you've abandoned yourself. Now, it's a step-by-step process. Of course, I totally understand that. It's a step-by-step process that you go on with. But in that moment, you will probably, so many times I wasn't able to but just sit down and howl and give myself the luxury of engaging and indulging in it for maybe a few days, and then say, okay, fine, I'm done with it now. I cannot get into it anymore. I cannot stay with it anymore. I have to get out now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. Fine. Thanks.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, so right now we have one more question left. Okay, okay, so the question is, I have been selfish and stayed with just my space and pushed away the people I loved because I wanted to be alone, because I didn't want to show them my crazy ups and downs so they don't worry, but still be there for them without leaving the ones we love in the dust. Is there a balance?
Okay. So the need to be there for someone, or I'm saying for someone, not with someone, yeah. So the reason I'm catching the energy is the reason that you want to be for someone there, and it's not with someone, by the way, is because you feel that you can change or make a difference in their life in some way. Yeah. What I mean here, difference is, yes, of course, you can make a difference in people's life by being there with them. But the word difference here means that you can help them in some way as they're going through their own processes and their own drudgeries. Yeah. So that's the reason that probably the need to be with the person is probably coming up, or with your loved ones. Yeah. When you're not feeling like being with someone, yeah, you need to honor that space, because that is what your highest excitement is in that moment. That is what your heart is desiring in that moment. That you do not want to be with anyone else or engage anyone else. And remember, self-care is the biggest form of care for the whole world, because once you're able to care for yourself, that's when you're going to be able to give to the other as well. So self-care is very important. So when you honor that heart space, yeah, and you say, fine, I am going to be staying with this, what then miraculously is going to happen is that the mirror that's going to be there, which is life, is going to show you that the other who was struggling through their scenarios or their situations is probably feeling better and no longer feeling that way, and they will get in touch with you. Yeah. or or automatically the next day or the following day you guys will just connect, yeah, or let's say with parents or whoever, and things would have got resolved in some way in their life. So when you see yourself as um, the means of, and the only means to help them, yeah, the means to help them, not only just the only means but the means to help them, that's when your higher self is going to step in and say no. You have to stop seeing yourself as that, because remember, you cannot make an impact in anybody's life. That person needs to do it for themselves. You cannot save anyone, they have to save themselves. So that message that is going out, that you're trying to save the other, yeah, that saving the other is actually, what it's showing to you is that you need to be saved, you need the saving, and you have to acknowledge that. So no guilt, remember. Guilt needs to go, because everyone's responsible for their own bag, and they are the only ones who are going to be able to save for themselves. There's nothing that you can do which is going to be helping them helping pull them out. Nothing. They have to do it themselves.
Okay, so the person said it's not trying to save others, but not shit on others, like no guilt.
No guilt. Not shit on others, as in not bringing out your stuff that you're feeling in that moment onto the other.
Yes, that's what I think you're trying to say.
Yeah. No guilt is the key.
Yeah.
Because when you're in your highest and the best, that's when you're going to be your best with the other as well, yeah. So yeah, definitely keep yourself away, but no guilt needed, because the first person that you need to tend to is your own self. Yeah.
Uh, Sorry. So okay, so the person said not trying to bring my burden on others because I want to be alone, but I still love them.
Of course, see, even though you love someone and you love people, you love your parents, you love your family, you love your friends and all, you love to take time off. Taking time off does not mean that you do not love them. Yeah, taking time off just means that you know the importance of caring for yourself. That is a big one. Self-care.
Yeah, that made sense. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So, yeah, cool. So that was it. That was the last question.
Okay, all right. We had some very nice music. I don't think so we have that here, because I think it was Ribi who had that very peppy music that was there, but we don't even have it, so we can't even play it now. It was amazing. I thought we'll probably finish off with that song, but we never ended up planning that. So anyways, it's okay. So thank you so much. We are really enjoying this interaction. Thanks guys for being here with us today. And I hope it's helped you. And we will be seeing you soon again. All right. Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Thanks.
Bye.
Bye. Thank you.